Hey everyone, just in case any of you have been looking back at what a whirlwind your spiritual warfare has been and considering to yourself like, man, I would forfeit my blessing just to get out of this storm. I don't care about the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I don't care about the testimony. I don't want the favor. I don't even want the blessings. I just want the warfare to end, Lord. You're like, I can't take this anymore. Listen, if all of God's chosen ones, from Job to Joseph, were to see the obstacle course ahead of them before the deliverance, nobody would agree to these shenanigans. If God actually came up to you and told you, hey, chosen one, I picked you, you have the heart and spirit for this testimony and the blessing I want to put into the world, and I want to do this through you. At first, you'd be like, oh my goodness, little old me, you chose to shine your light on me, God. Thank you. Oh my goodness, yay. But when God says, hold up, before the testimony comes the test, if God were to tell you up front, like, yeah, so first I'm going to have you dive into the ice cold, deep blue sea in the dead of the night. I just need you to hold your breath for a few days while you swim past these sharks, killer whales, and venomous octopus. You're like, first of all, hold my breath for a few days. But God's like, I'm not done yet. We'll answer questions at no point in time. Now, after you make it out the deep blue sea, I'll need you to climb Mount Everest right quick, in the sweltering hot Himalayan mountains. Try not to get your palms sweaty. You'll need your grip to hold on. And no, you don't get a rope. Just trust me. Oh, and don't mind the leopards. Focus on what you're doing. Now, after you've made it out the bottom of the deepest, coldest sea and the top of the highest, hottest mountain, I'm going to put you in a cage. A small cage with lions and tigers and bears for some unspecified period of time. Then I'm going to let everybody out, except you, and leave you in the cage by yourself until whenever. And once you've made it through all that to build your spiritual muscle, now I can tell you about your deliverance, your restoration, and blessed breakthrough. But you're like, skirt, stop right there. I don't even need to know all that. I'll pass on the blessing. I'll pass on the testimony. I'm cool right here. But God's like, but you've been praying to me for a breakthrough for years. You've been complaining about your mundane and stagnant life for years, and I'm about to give you the change you've been begging for, beyond anything you could think or imagine. God's saying, I'm going to work this testimony through you. You wanted the abundant life. You wanted the abundant, fulfilling life of David, of Joseph, of Job, but you're like, nah, I'm good. No. You're like, you didn't know it was going to be all that. God's like, what do you mean you didn't know? I told you in the good book. You've read the scripture. How did you think David got to be king? I told you about Goliath, didn't I? How did you think Joseph got to rule over Egypt? I told you about his brother's betrayal, being sold into slavery, his wrongful imprisonment, didn't I? I told you Job was blameless, and I took away everything he had and everyone he loved. I told you you can't get to this without that. You're like, well, I don't want that or this. No, thank you. I'll keep the regular life package. Thank you and good night. God's like, sorry, it's already done. You're like, what's already done? God's like, your victory. You're like, wait, but what about the part before that? And poof, next thing you know, you start feel this ocean breeze to come across your face. Oh snap. See, because if you knew what you were up against beforehand, you'd play dead. You'd press the eject button and stay right where you're at, because you don't see yourself making it out of that. But God is Alpha and Omega. God knows the end from the beginning. He already knows you're going to be victorious because he's chosen you. God also knows where you're going to mess up and make mistakes, and he's already forgiven you. He's already given you grace. God is making you go through the obstacle course for what it will make of you. It's like putting a pencil through a pencil sharpener. God knows exactly what he needs to put you through to bring you out the way he needs you. Sharp, lean, improved. And while beforehand, you would have never agreed to going through all that spiritual warfare, but after you've made it through and you know and feel the difference in you, You look back on the stagnant, mundane life God brought you out of, and you're now finally living in the testimony, in the victory, and the blessings God promised to bring you into. From the other side, from the end and not the beginning, you're so glad you went through it to get to it. You're so grateful for the change. You didn't even realize how much change you needed. You didn't even realize the enemies lurking around you, close to you, that God had to shed and shave from your life through that obstacle course. You didn't even realize all the enlightenment God was about to share and shine over you. And you can't believe the new life God is about to grant you. You're so glad that God wouldn't let you cut yourself short, that God pushed you to the depths of your soul and the heights of your mind. You'll be grateful that God stretched us, that God built us, and that He strengthened us to be able to handle all the expansion He's about to bring us into. We're going to be so grateful our Father wouldn't let us sell ourselves short. I hope today's message served you all. If you find my channel helpful, I hope you'll subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a message. Tapping the like button also helps me out by helping me reach more people in need of this message. I post daily, so I'll be back soon with a new message. In the meantime, keep your heads up, my brothers and sisters. Stay prayed up because your Father wants to hear from you. He wants to commune with you. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.